The affection of Mesopotamia is not concerned about this country only or these regions. Also, we have affected other countries like Egypt, South Sudan as a whole, and other countries. And they formed the first empire in the whole world called the Assyrian Empire. And the first empire was Ashur-Hanikal. The term empire is the first invented by the Iraqis. What they did to the civilization, that most of them, there was talk yesterday about the invention that affected the people, if you remember, by Salam. The first and the most effective one is the wheel. We invented the wheel. So sometimes you don't have to invent the wheel because the ancestors already invented. The wheel is, if you are mechanical or something like that, the most effective invention to the whole history, the wheel. And also the chariot, in Masr they call it, in Egypt they call it the carrot. It's the same name. The carrot is very powerful invention, also affecting the people like up to now. This is according to very ancient, it's not painting, but it's something... Carvings, oh yeah, I'm right. Unfortunately, Iraq civilization is based not on rocks, it's mud. So a lot of our civilization got melted or dissolved with the time affection. But other countries that they use rocks, you can find their civilization up to now. Also, that we have the sailboats, because we have two rivers, Tigris and Euphrates. We have to find a solution for this problem, to traveling, etc., etc. So they invented the sailboat, and you know that there's a sailboat with a triangle shape. Yeah, this was the invention of the Sumerians, because it's found that up to now it's used. This is the best shape to control the winds. Irrigation system, because we don't have a lot of water and it can rain, they developed some very advanced irrigation system. In the math, they invented the quadratic equation and Pythagorean theorem, which is, I say Pythagorean, but it's belonged to the Sumerians. They found these mud paintings, and it shows that they found a solution for the triangle, and they put this very famous one, which belonged to Pythagoras. He visited Babylon at that time, and he copied and take it to Greece and publish it in one of the scientific papers or journals at that time. Okay, you have 7 days in the week?
Yes.
Yeah. So why you have 7 days in the week? Fortunately, the Babylonian discovered 7 planets. The sun, which is sun day, the moon, which is moon day, etc. At that time, they found only explored 7 of these planets. So say, okay, we're going to divide the time up to 7 days. If they discovered our solar system is 10, that will be a problem, because now the week will be 10 days. These all the paintings are found on different places in Iraq that shows they have this 4 or 5, and this one, the sun and the moon. Also, they invented the arch. The arch is very important in the architecture. It's very powerful invention, because at that time there is no concrete, there is no steel, etc. You know, the arch is up to now is the most effective invention in architecture. This is, I think, if you know, this is Ishtar Gate. It's the original one in Berlin Museum, because in 1920s, a mission came from Berlin, and they stopped it in a way. We have a fake one in Baghdad, in Babylon, sorry.
They do such things.
Pardon?
German archaeologists, I mean, this things from Turkey as well.
Okay. So they are doing
They
this.
do not.
But in Iraq, I appreciate this now. I appreciate this really, because if say there maybe the terrorists come and explode it, just like they did in Mosul Museum, Talmud, etc. You know, a lot of us are using the icons now: smile face, sad face, angry face, blah blah blah. So it seems that it belongs to the Sumerians, Babylonians. They were the first people who invented writing, but at that time, you know, it's some kind of changing the form. So this one is the head, which is You can say head, it's very easy. And after 3,000 years, they convert like this, and then this and this. It makes sense. You see this, it's a walk, it's a foot, you can walk. Then it's up, again, then okay. The hand, just like the hand, etc. So the sun was like this, then this, etc. What time is it? Okay.
It's interesting.
Usually we say 11:30, 10:45, but we don't say 1:65 or 7:10. Why? What's that? Why is that? Why use the 60? The 60 almost is holy thing. The minute, the 1 hour is 60 minutes, the minute is 60. the south part, we have some cuts, but not due to the terrorist attacks. Sometimes these routes come with a farm. So a farmer just bring a shovel and he cut the cable. We need about 1 hour to fix it, but during that time we are out of internet in that part. Now Iraq is connected to the internet with different gates. First one with Turkey, which is the heavy one, and with Jordan, and with Kuwait, and with Iran, of course, more than one gate with Iran. And we have two gates with flag project, if you know flag, the flag, and the GI, the Gulf Infrastructure Fiber, something like that. But the coverage is still expensive, the costable. What happens if there's a cut in the fiber cable in a certain, for example, if they cut this one and this one, what's the solution? Of course, we came to the solution of the wireless. We have a backup wireless depending on, we call it microwave. It's not, as you know, if you are a communication engineer, it's not the quality, the same quality, speed of the fiber, but it's the solution until the fibers get back to the service. Iraq is considered the gate to Europe, and from Europe to other countries. This was a proposal, a project to connect Iraq using a FLAC and GPI projects to Turkey, and from Turkey to Europe. In order to overcome the problem, this is the place of Iraq in the whole map. Most of the traffic comes from here. I have another map. Yeah, this one. This is the current project that connects Asia with Europe, and of course the United States. These cables, as you see, this one goes to Kuwait and then return back as a loop, and this one goes to Egypt, and from Egypt it was in the Red Sea. Then it's go terrestrial in the land and go from Alexandria. Before 3 or 4 years, there were a cut in this one. There are 4 or 5 different submarine cables. 4 of them were cut, and only one was working. So the heavy traffic from Asia was badly affected by this cut. Some people said it was deliberately cut. They found some submarines did something. Others say it was by accident. One of the anchors of a ship just pulled the cable and cut it out. So there is a project called Jadi. It's Jeddah, Amman, Damascus, and Istanbul. To find a substitution for this path, goes from Jeddah, terrestrial and land, to Amman, and from Amman, Damascus. This project was stopped, and I think you know why, because Damascus is now more, and they not agree with it. So another short and developable route is to go through Iraq. From this one, from the Kuwait flag project, you can go from Iraq to Turkey. This is shorter, more safer, and as a substitute for this route. This project we proposed to the Ministry of Communication, but there is some discussions about it.
What is the project called again?
The Jadi. Jeddah, it's an acronym from the
for the cable, for the backbone, the infrastructure. Now in Iraq, since 11 months ago, exactly 11 months ago, private companies, an alliance from private companies started an investment contract with the government to build this fiber optic from it's connect Iraq through fiber optic, very high technology, the most recent one in the world, from 4 points: Gulf, Jordan, Turkey, and Iran. So this fiber optic now it's 93% finished. The launch will be at the end of this year, hopefully, and it will build this bridge of fiber optic. Sorry, Egypt, we are going to take the cable from Suez Canal. But this infrastructure, when it's happened in Iraq, and it will be operated with this high technology, with the highest technology, this will make the whole of the world, because they care about their data, care about the sustainable and the stability of Iraq. So this is a tool that will affect the stability in Iraq in very positive way, that will make sure Iraq should be positive and stable, so the data will be stable and safe, as well the economy, as well the education, as well the health system, and hopefully the internet governance as well. So this is how it now currently, yes, as the Mr. Ala says before, this the whole, as he showed us the map, this is the current running backbone, but it's pretty old. It's built by the military, as he's mentioned, but now we need a new backbone for Iraq, so it will be hopefully to run at the end of this year.
Thank you. Actually, this is not the old one, this is the newest one, but without the gateways.
Yes, without the gateways.
Okay. It's fixable ID. Okay. It's fixable. You can try with anyone. Don't get bored. Don't get confused. Okay. There are. I'll give you simple tries. The first Iraqi driving license system. It's a driving system. You need a license. They started the risk of terror started an online system that you can register your names and etc. and get the license. This is the sample of it. It's in Arabic, so I'm going to just pass it. Other one is the issue of the passport, Iraqi passport. Before it was a very long queue, and you have to wait a lot. Now you can just fill the form and print out, and there is a barcode, QR code. You show it to the passport administration, you got your passport. And also, according to the Ministry of Higher Education, before a student need to fill a form in order when he graduated from the high school, a very long and complicated form. Now they can fill an online form. It's automatically checked if he skipped or she skipped something or that, etc. Before Jan 2011, we were like almost like this. But the official use on the Facebook was ministries, universities, state companies, etc. After Jan 2011, why is January 2011? Yeah, we started hearing about the Arab revolutions, Arab Spring, or what they so called. So Egypt, Tunisia first, then Egypt, then Yemen, then Syria. So in the news there a lot of things about their Facebook. A lot of people were asking, what's this Facebook? We have internet, but the Facebook wasn't very famous at that time. From January 2011, a lot of people were logging into Facebook. They get know the Facebook more and more. So as Mohammed previously mentioned in today's area, said sometimes we say internet, people think of Facebook because they get introduced to the internet through the Facebook. The estimated participation is 70% of Iraqi Israelis have Facebook. because a lot of them are afraid from the Facebook. So they use a lot of things, but the Facebook no, especially the girls. 90% of the Iraqi universities has an account on it. 50 of Iraqi knows about it. Anyone, you can pick anyone from the street. You ask him, Facebook is internet or something like that. We are not very good with Twitter and MySpace and etc. What are they doing for chatting, learning, following friends, etc.? Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, I like the first part.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So something really quick. I mean, I think many of you are leaving tomorrow. Some of you are leaving today. So check out time tomorrow is at 12 p.m. So please be cautious on that. For those of you who are heading to the airport or heading out, you can ask for a taxi at the reception at the guest house, and they can get you one. Fatima actually shared with us that 2-page handout. Guide, which you can actually find on the webpage. It shows you actually how to go to the, is it called the Airbus? Yeah, I mean, there's a station very nearby, and then you can take an Airbus to the airport. If you want to take a taxi to the airport directly, that also works. You might want to check with each other what your flight times are. So maybe 2 or 3 people can share the same taxi, or maybe the same, or go on the same trip. So maybe you can create a Google Docs online for people to just list their flight time. Of course, keep in mind that if you have a flight, try to depart the guest house 3 hours before that. You might be like up to 1 hour maybe to reach the airport, and then maybe 2 hours at the airport. So our next presenter, Inas.
Okay, Inas Kanaan from Jordan. Okay. So I will speak today about the current Jordanian market experience related to IoT services. Okay. So Internet of Things. The things we heard about is not about smartphones and tablet. It's more beyond that. It's like medical devices monitoring the patient health, and smart sensors enabling smart grids. But in other boards, they consider as surveillance and security services, tracking systems, services as an IoT service. In Jordan, IoT is still at an early stage in terms of regulation and implementation. For the regulation part, IoT issues are regulated by the traditional legal and regulatory frameworks governing the telecom sector. And until this paper is published, there is no an IoT dedicated regulation is issued. For the implementation part, we have many challenging due to the traffic capacity, mobility, network and device energy efficiency. We have a concern about the massive number of devices and reliability, latency, spectrum and bandwidth, flexibility, and finally the economic factor. So the legal issues related to IoT, we have a spectrum management and licensing connectivity. We have switching and roaming, competition between internet service providers, and security, privacy, addressing, and naming. For the security part, we care about that efficient encryption algorithms that running on IoT services need a higher processing power. Also, a small IoT object, an inexpensive one, doesn't match with a high quality security approaches. Also, we care about crypto algorithm, which has a limited lifetime to get broken, and authentication to multiple networks securely. Data availability, we have managed privacy concerns, and the attack surface dramatically, which is increased. For the privacy, we still don't have any policy related to data privacy. and protection for IoT services. We need to get control on deploying the next 5 years to protect data privacy. And recently, for the regulation data privacy issues, the ministry produced a public consultation on personal data protection law and expected to be finalized approval in 2017. For addressing and numbering, also we need a large addresses. We need to deploy IPv6 and LTE. We need uses the international mobile subscriber identity. And I give you this example from IoT product. It's drones, which is allowed in Jordan, but we must apply for and receive a permission from the Jordanian Aviation Authority before flying a one. And recently, the Jordanian Parliament approved that law punishes imprisonment for a term of exceeding 2 years or pay a fine not exceeded to $21,000, or both penalties for anyone who acquired, imported, exported, or fly a drone without obtaining the license. For the recommendation, we need some recommendation to get over the implementation challenging. First of all, we need to start with a realistic and reasonable approach for IoT in Jordan. We need to ready for a proof of concept regarding the next step toward a regulatory framework IoT. And finally, we need to raising awareness and encouraging IoT services awareness in Jordan market. Thanks.
Okay, questions? Okay, so another question on another different topic. Anybody wants to do Friday prayers? Yes. Okay, so actually our hosts are generously willing to take those who want to go for Friday prayers to a mosque. Keep in mind that the khutbah will be in Turkish. Of course, the prayer, I mean, it's the same prayer. So, anybody wants to go for Friday prayers?
We will have.
That is your man. Now.
No.
But it's now, right?
No. It's at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay, so maybe you can have a quick lunch.
Can go. Yeah.
So they will depart at